Dear people watching and listening, Assalamu alaikum. Kindly like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Arabs and Israel, Conflict or Conciliation by Ahmed Deedat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ya Bani Israel, O children of Israel, أذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم. Call to mind the special favor which I bestowed upon you. وأني فضلتكم على العالمين, and that I preferred you to all others for my message. Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 47. Start of chapter 1. The cover. Learn from the Jews. The title of the book, Arabs and Israel, Conflict or Conciliation, was the title of a debate between the author and Dr. E. Lawton in 1982, the topic of which was chosen by the Jews. More detail in the next chapter. Heads I win, tails you lose. However, before reading on, have a second look at the cover of the book. There's nothing contrived about it. The first, a Muslim woman has just retrieved her little David from the clutches of the Israeli soldiers. The second, a Jewish lad, perhaps the grandson of one who escaped the Nazi incinerators in Germany during the Holocaust. His mission in life, with the prophetic words written on his helmet, born to kill. The only thing missing is the swastika on his armband. What irony! The persecuted has now become the persecutor. During one of my overseas flights and being restless as usual, I had an insatiable hunger to read, browsing through all the English newspapers I could lay my hands on. Next came the magazine, Time, Newsweek, etc. Until, as destiny would have it, I stumbled across a none-too-familiar magazine in which I read the following. You deserve to know the facts about Jordan. I could not help but marvel at the ingenuity of our Jewish cousins. There is a lot we could learn from them. They are God's guinea pigs for mankind. Learn from their history in the Quran and the Bible. Eschew their pride, their arrogance, their rebelliousness which lead them to their repeated bondages. Emulate their patience, their perseverance and their planning which brought Palestine under their control a second time. The purpose of the advertisement was to brainwash the intractable Jews and the Zionist Christians, and perhaps some Palestinians to believe that Jordan is Palestine, a diversion of the world's attention from the rape of Palestinian land by the Jews. The world must keep debating on this issue, overlooking the plight of the victims of Jewish greed and ambitions, the people of Gaza and of the West Bank. The motive was ignoble, but the planning was great. As the idea settled into my head, the opportunity arose within days. For Allah is the creator of opportunities. Award-winning picture. I saw the following picture of Jewish oppression and repression in a local newspaper. My attention was riveted to the fearful expressions on the victims of Jewish brutality and cried, God, oh God, how much longer must these people suffer? I do not cry easily, but the reality of the picture jolted my conscience, numbed my insensitivity, and I broke down and wept. I knew then that anybody with an atom of compassion in his heart would feel the same or a little less. I was now more than enthusiastic to obtain the original of the photograph, as the newspaper clipping was not good enough for reproduction. I went to the news editor for the newspaper in question and obtained the original photo in black and white. Subsequently, I received a copy of the same in full color which you now see. The first step was taken. The rest follows as the day follows the night. وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا. Whosoever strives in our way, لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. We open up pathways for them. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمَعَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. For Allah is with those who are the doers of good. Holy Quran, chapter 26, verse 69. Essay competition. The initial challenge then was to get the photo published into the Zionist-influenced Christian media, depicting their illegitimate offsprings committing atrocities and ruthless brutalities against the hapless Palestinians, whose only crime is that they are of a different race and culture, and that they would not disappear or disintegrate as the Jews so desperately desire. To publicize and highlight the plight of the oppressed Palestinian community from the ruthless policies of the survivors and descendants of Hitler's Holocaust, the Jews of Israel, an essay competition was devised, offering cash prizes to the winners. The picture captioned, "Face of Fear," is asking the entrants to supply alternative caption and an impression in their own words. Just stare into the eyes of the little boy, study the terror-filled face of the mother, and the gaping mouths of the fearful, awestruck, young Palestinian girls, and you too cannot help but feel some of the fear. Subsequently, this very picture came to hand in color and is used on the center page with the cry of the Austrian-German Jew, Leopold Weiss, a cry pointing a finger at the heart and soul of the Jewish nation, for a larger reprint of his sorrowful accusation against his own people, the Jews. If the picture, read with the complaint, does not move one to tears, then there is something wrong with our humanity, noticeably only in sadists and perverts. Jewish reaction. The Zionists got the wind of our advertising campaign through their agents and sympathizers in the right places, and succeeded in gagging a number of newspapers from publishing the fully paid advertisement. See reproduction of their success, publish it or not. The media which did publish the adverts created an unimaginable uproar from the Jews. A hue and cry was heard from the chosen people, labeling us as anti-Zionists. In this article, anti-Israel advert enrages SA Jews in the Argus. Further, row on Palestinian advert in the Cape Times and photo fury from the Sunday Tribune. Our sea-bag Jewish cousins are most generous in conferring the shameful title of anti-Semite on anyone disagreeing with them. It has become a magic wand in their hands and which can bring the Christian world to their heels, with the mere threat of labeling them as such. It conjures up in the Christian mind Hitler, the Holocaust, the pogroms, the massacre of thousands of innocent men, women, and children simply because they were Jews. Every year at Easter, the Christian world went on a rampage. Kill the Jews, Christ killers, they killed our God. 1,000 years of murder and rapine have now begun to twinge the Christian conscience. And anti-Semite is the magic word that cloaks every Jewish crime. The Western world will blink at every Jewish atrocity for fear of being labeled by them. The Israelis, like their godfather ex-president Rambo Reagan, can do no wrong. They forever remain immaculate. What a tribute! Listen to what Senator Claude Pepper has to say about his own Teflon president, as he calls him. Published in the Daily News on 13th January 1989. Bizarre tribute to Reagan angers Americans. Foreign Service, New York. Among all the emotional and sometimes tearful farewells being experienced by President Reagan in his final days in office, none was more bizarre than the tribute paid to him yesterday by Senator Claude Pepper, his longtime critic. Applauding President Reagan, the Teflon president, For his ability to escape criticism, the silvery-haired Senator Pepper said that nothing the president did seemed to earn him any censure. He may be bad at this, bad at that, but everyone forgives him, said the senator. Then came the thrust. I think that if someone found the president raping an 88-year-old woman on the steps of the Capitol, they would grab her and say, "What are you doing to our president?" Americans are incensed by Senator Pepper's remarks at a time when they are paying a sentimental farewell to the most popular president of the past 50 years. Will President Bush be able to extricate his administration from the Jewish lobby, which Reagan, his predecessor, has bequeathed him? We pray that justice and wisdom will prevail in Bush's dealing with Israeli inhumanities against the helpless Palestinians. End of chapter 1.